Hello and welcome to I think it's a license, Marvel Infinity Saga series Iron Spider, and this is a action figure model kit, kind of like Figure Eyes in a way. So, quick look inside the box. It shows you more pictures and photos of the figure and what's exactly inside. You see the grid and layout of the model kit pattern, as well as a bunch of accessories that you get in this set. The instruction manual is also pretty decent. It's fully colored. It's, nicely labeled. But the way I do some of these model kits are because they're way less complex than a Gunpla or any other World War II or mechanical fighter jets and tanks model kits. I tend to just cut everything out and just assemble them because it just seems easier and faster that way. So before we look at the figure, we have a stand here, and obviously there's going to be connectors for more in the future. So you plug the plate in and you plug these extra bits in, so you can have the stand on the back. You screw in the metal screws yourself, and you have a very sturdy stage. This stand could definitely use a coat of paint to make it look really good. I'm thinking if I spray this with like a grayish texture and then use contrast paint brown on these exposed bits and just put a wash over it and dry brush, it will look really, really good. But another nice thing about this is that it's actually a container, so all of the extra accessories can go in here. You put the figure on display and you can chuck away the box, and well, maybe just keep one box. If they release more model kits, keep the one box to keep all the extra bits and instructions in there or something like that, and you chuck away the rest and put everything in there for easy access. Pretty solid as well. Like that's a solid thing, and when you tighten these screws, you hear that? That's chalkboard type. In terms of accessories, we have 3 different faces. The eyes are not removable, so you got big open eye, standard eye, and squinty eyes. We have a long spiderweb, short ones that shoot out the wrists, and these ones you just sort of hold on to, and they plug into this spray open spiderweb on the end. And apart from the fist here, you got web holding hands, spray open hands, web shooting hands, and relaxed hands. There's also a few spare pieces for the neck joint, depending on how you want to articulate the figure, as well as these little plug-ins for the Iron Spider claws. If you take the claws out, then you plug some things in back into the suit. Just like any other model kit or figurized figure, if you have some of those, after you build it, he feels very light in the hand and feels somewhat fragile and easy to snap or break. So you got to be more careful because this is, at the end of the day, a hollow figure. So for people who want to pose more of this to make the legs more heavy, you could add some extra resin or plastic or clay into the lower legs to give him more weight underneath. If I bring in the SH Figure Arts, you can see he's way bigger. Here's a Marfix Batman, so he's a bit bigger than that as well. And here's a Marvel Legends X-Men. So I think, he is supposed to be small, so I think he is Marvel Legends size, which great for Marvel collectors because that's the biggest line of Marvel. So yeah, if you just take a look at these, the details are, you just can't compare. This is the SH Figure Arts endgame version with the glove and the claws and the Tom Holland face, and of course this one costs a lot more, but double, not triple price, but double at least. So that's where the comparison is. So you are still buying a model kit, and obviously as a model kit you could go in and repaint this, but this thing already has all the colors, so it feels a little bit redundant to do that. Like, I already have paint, I paid for the paint, so why should I go in and need to paint? So yeah, but it does. Now, Iron Spider is a metallic-y suit, but it does have a little bit of that plasticky shine to it. And the lower hand red is quite different to the body red because you got the base color of the plastic, and some of these pieces have extra paint on them, I suppose. But yeah, he looks a little bit off. For the price, I think he looks okay, but I have one really big problem with him, and you probably already noticed. Look at his legs. That's the joints. The triangle plug inside the ball joint is way way too big. It's too long on both ends. So you gotta replace that. And for a model kit, that's like, no. Why is it like that, you know? Maybe it's for like posing or something? Like if I get him in a very dynamic pose, does it make it better? No, because the legs are pushing against the hips and it doesn't... it literally ruins... I suppose you can have him like that, and then you have him do the spiderweb hand spray gesture. And these claws, the pegs for them are very loose. One way to fix this would be to go in with some super glue, put it in the joint and wiggle it around so it doesn't glue the joint tight, but it makes the hole a bit smaller. So I suppose he only works for dynamic posing. Otherwise, the legs are god awful. Just move this down. Move this down. That's really bad. Like, why does he have big bulging upper thighs like that? And yeah, just stay off. You know what? Just stay off. Stay off. I'm tired of these pieces falling off. But yeah, he looks okay for the price, and the articulation is also pretty decent. Double neck joint for the head. Oh, the head is a more gummier plastic because it was made separately. So it's like an actual figure head and not a model kit head. So let's see, there is a ball peg in there for rotation, so he can... I'm going to say he can fold his arms quite a bit, up to a point. For rotation here, peg and swivel. Torso doesn't want to go back. Oh, kinda. It's just really stiff. Forward. Yep. That popping sound is not good. Leg goes up. Oh, you see, that's the problem. The legs, they don't want to stay in. Leg goes up. Double knee joint. It is a ball joint in there, so there's a little bit of rotation. And leg is on a peg and swivel. So, and now this leg is extremely loose. Why is that? Huh. Stay in there. Oh, yep. So now I'm gonna use the super glue trick to make that tight again. That's no good. Figure looks good for the price. The accessory and the stand are all pretty nice, and model kit is actually quite fun. Unfortunately, unless they fix all these problems, I cannot recommend this brand. Really frustrating because there's some good things here, and you know, being a model kit and making it cheaper at a relatively close scale to other figures is great, and I was looking forward to them. Perhaps, you know, they have the Marvel license. This would be a great way to go through all the different marks of Iron Man at a cheaper, more affordable price. You just gotta, you know, build it yourself, but you don't have to paint it yourself because, you know, it's already mostly done. Don't even really need to add some details unless you don't like the colors too much. So the idea of this is really great. You make it cheaper by making a model kit. However, they really have to fix that leg joint. They really have to fix some of the clutch and tightness of some of the joints, and then it would be really good to go ahead. Subscribe, suggest, and comment below, and guys, take care. Have a nice day. I'll see you guys soon. Bye bye now.